Hey, it's Carly Rae here, and welcome to my Hey, it's Carly Rae book club on YouTube. Today, I'm super excited because it is virtual book review day. And what book are we going to be talking about on my Hey, it's Carly Rae channel today? Well, a lot of you guys were messaging me about this book. Hint, it is a romance book on my October TBR. And I decided that, yes, this was the second book I read this month, so how could I not do a virtual book review? Because, everybody is talking about this book. So before I reveal what book we're going to be talking about, you guys need to hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell to be alerted of all the new videos on my channel. So what book are we going to be talking about today on Hey, it's Carly Rae? It is The Return by Nicholas Sparks. Here is a close-up of the cover of The Return. Now, all of you guys have been waiting for this book. I know so many of you on my channels are a Nicholas Sparks fan, so this was partially the reason why I decided to write about and do a virtual book review of The Return. You guys can see more also on HeyitsCarlyRae.com, but right now we're just going to be talking about The Return. Now, if you guys have your copy, you guys can hit the pause button, go and grab it, and then come back because we're going to be talking about all things The Return by Nicholas Sparks. Now, if you guys haven't read it, don't worry. It's a spoiler-free video, so don't worry about it. I won't give anything away, even though that might be kind of hard. But I'm going to set this there. So, now a lot of you guys were asking me about what this novel is about. This novel centers around the character of Trevor Benson. Yes, I said Trevor Benson because this romance book centers around a guy instead of typically what we read about a girl. So that is this huge change twist in this Sparks novel. There's also a mystery in it, but I won't give anything away. So this novel centers around Trevor Benson. He's a surgeon and he was in Afghanistan. He is involved in the military. And while over there leaving the hospital, he suffers a lot of injuries after being involved in where a bomb goes off. So he has a prosthetic ear and he suffered where he's missing a few of his fingers. So obviously he cannot be a surgeon anymore. So Trevor has decided that he still wants to be a doctor, but now he's going to be a psychiatrist and go into all of that area. But while he's deciding on that, his grandfather dies, which brings him back into New Bern. So that is where this novel starts off. In true Nicholas Sparks fashion, yes, it is another Carolina town. So Trevor goes back and he is dealing with stuff relating to his grandfather, and he's living at his grandfather's house. Well, his grandfather built his house a long time ago, and he didn't really keep up with any of the repairs. So Trevor is having to make it at least livable for now. But the one thing his grandfather took care of are bees. Yes, there are bees in this novel. Trevor's grandfather took care of hives. So we get to see all this different aspects of tending to the bees. And I actually really did enjoy that storyline in this novel. So while Trevor's there, he meets the sheriff, and the sheriff is Natalie. And yes, that is his love interest in this novel. Obviously, it is a romance book, but in true Nicholas Sparks fashion, you guys will have to read it to find out, do they end up together? Because a lot of Nicholas Sparks books, there are twists, turns, making you shed tears because you really want these characters to be together. And then in true Nicholas Sparks fashion, it all comes crashing down. Does it this time? You guys will have to check out this book to find out. So, in this book, there is Trevor and Natalie, and then we also have supporting characters. So we also get to see a girl that lives in the local trailer park. She works at a local store there, and she has a mystery around her. And then on top of that, Trevor's grandfather also had a mystery because he didn't die in the town. He was out of town. And Trevor finds that really odd because his grandfather's in his 90s and he knew he didn't travel a lot. So what was the reason? Was his grandfather going through a midlife crisis? Did he have a younger girlfriend? What was he doing? All these things are going through Trevor's head. But Trevor does know his grandfather loved his grandmother. So he kind of wants to put that out of his mind. But why was his grandfather miles and miles away from this town when the ambulance found him before he died? So that's a mystery in and of itself. So kind of this novel takes place in 2 weeks. We get to see Trevor in the town, different events occur, and then we are left with an ending that literally shattered me. Yeah. Good way, bad way, I'm not going to tell, because you can be shattered with happiness, you can be shattered with sadness. That's another mystery that you guys will have to find out. But the epilogue of this book I found really, really great. So overall, I do recommend reading this Nicholas Sparks book because he did something different with this novel. It's not just like another cliche romance book. We get to see Trevor's like a different character, being a vet, and especially centering around him. So that's all new perspectives that we get mixed into this novel. So I put this on my social media, and of course I got so many questions for you guys asking me different things about it and if I recommended reading it. Obviously, as I just said, I recommend reading it, but I took 6 questions that I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm going to answer them on here. So the questions we are going to be talking about today, the first one comes from Sarah from Facebook. Hey Sarah, you want to know, is there 2 covers? Okay, good question. Yes, there is 2 covers. I did not know that until I was like looking through Instagram. I'm like, wait, how does everybody have like different covers of this book? So let me demonstrate. This is the cover of the book. What you do is when you open it, ta-da, this is the second cover of the Nicholas Sparks book. So yes, there are 2 covers, and yeah, I like did not know that until I had like read it, and I was like, wait, there is a Christmas, like, Nicholas Sparks return? Like, what's going on here? But no, this is the cover of the second one. I think it's really, really cool for the holidays. And I did not know that he did that. But yeah, that's kind of like what it, back, front. I did not know that, and I thought it was really, really, really cool. So yeah, there are 2 covers, Sarah, in case you were wondering. There are not 2 editions, which had me really confused because then I was worried like I didn't get the right one. But no, there are just 2 covers, one for the holidays, which I really enjoyed, but no, it does not take place during the holidays, so don't get that mixed up. So the second question that I got, it comes from Liz from Instagram. Hey Liz, you said, who is your favorite character? My favorite character, I did like Trevor, but I also kind of liked Natalie. She had like a story to her, like a back end story that was like really heartfelt, and the way she dealt with it wasn't necessarily, I mean, I don't know how I would deal with it, like her situation, but I mean, the way that Nicholas Sparks wrote her having to deal with it, I think that will like capture a lot of people, and I do believe like she will be more than like just my favorite character. Like I think other people will really like her, so she was a character I really enjoyed. Then comes Henry from Twitter. Hey Henry, you said, what did you think of it being from Trevor's perspective? I actually, like I said, I actually did enjoy it. At first I wasn't sure when I read the first like chapter. I was like, I'm not sure I'm gonna like reading this book from Trevor's perspective, especially being kind of like a Nicholas Sparks romance. I didn't know what to expect. But unlike other Nicholas Sparks, like, yes, like the storyline is centrally like a romance, but you get so many other different aspects to this book. Like you get to see him being a vet, you get to see him with the bees, you get to see him like taking care of his house. So there's like other aspects to this book. So I think we got to see different angles, which I actually really did enjoy. So overall, yeah, I really liked it being from Trevor's perspective, and I liked that Nicholas Sparks took a chance and did something different instead of doing like the same thing. So that's something I really enjoyed. Tanya from Facebook. Hey Tanya, you said, is there a mystery involved? I read there was. Yes, okay, I saw Nicholas Sparks, I think he was on like GMA, and he was talking about there being a mystery. So that was one thing a lot of you guys were like, is there really a mystery? Like, what is this? This is a Sparks book, it's supposed to be romance, but yes, there is a mystery. It does tie into the romance in a way. But yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed the mystery in this book, and I didn't see it coming either. So that was something I really enjoyed, was the mystery aspect, how he wrote it. So Nicholas Sparks, write a mystery novel, because this one I did not see any of those twists and turns coming. Zach from Twitter. Hey Zach, you said, what was your favorite part? My favorite part was probably the bees. There's the storyline where the grandfather had like all of these like beehives around where he took care of the bees. I actually really enjoyed reading about that, reading about the different like how like the bee colonies operate. I didn't know anything about it, and the way Nicholas Sparks wrote it, even if you don't know anything about it, like you can know something about it in reading it. Like it's not overwhelming. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, like this has bees in it. No, it's done really, really, really well. So I really enjoyed it, and I want to go get like a beehive and start a bee colony here and tend to bees. So I think beekeeping is awesome. Barbara from Twitter, you said, how was the love story? The love story, it was actually different. I just finished Every Breath, but the love story in this one's kind of like, I don't want to give anything away, but it's kind of like, I don't want to, I guess I could say like a love at first sight kind of thing. Does it progress? Like, how do they get there? You guys will have to check out this book to find out. But that's all I'm going to say. But yes, there is a love story. The love story is not the main focus, I guess, is something that I found different from the Nicholas Sparks. It's not like always these like characters thinking of, you know, the romance, but it was something different, and I actually did enjoy the love story. And how was the love story? I actually really, like I said, did enjoy it, and I really, really, really loved the ending. So that concludes today's Q&A session of Hey, It's Carly Rae's virtual book review of The Return by Nicholas Sparks. So if you guys have any additional questions, be sure to comment below in the comment section. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I will definitely message you guys back. I'm so excited to be doing this virtual book review of Nicholas Sparks' The Return because I was super curious about it, and I knew a ton of my viewers and everything, you guys would be curious about it too, so I wanted to share my thoughts of this book. Do I recommend getting it? Yes, I do. It's something different. I really enjoyed it. I read it in a day. Because, like I said, it was something different. It wasn't like the everyday, like what you're pulling off the shelf romance novels. So definitely recommend checking this book out, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. But before I leave you, if you guys are on social media, you guys can definitely check out Hey, It's Carly Rae. So if you guys have an Instagram, you guys can go to Hey, It's Carly Rae. If you guys have a Twitter, you guys can go to Hey, It's Carly Rae 1. If you guys have a Tumblr, you guys can go to Hey, It's Carly Rae. If you guys have a Pinterest, you guys can go to Hey, It's Carly Rae. And then last but definitely not least is Facebook. If you guys are on Facebook, you guys can like my page, Hey, It's Carly Rae. And then you can also join Hey, It's Carly Rae's book club on there. I love to have you guys, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Be sure to comment below, give this video a thumbs up. Again, I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy The Return by Nicholas Sparks.